Hello friends, myself Shirin Panjwani. I hope you all are good and safe by the grace of God. Due to this lockdown, I would like you to share my knowledge related to regulatory affairs. So today's presentation is based on the introduction to regulatory. In this channel, I will be covering what is the regulatory system in US for NDA, IND and ANDA, GLP, GMP, DMF, regulatory system in Canada, in Europe, ROW, what are the dossier preparation format used globally like ECTD, CTD, ACTD and NIS, and also ICH guidelines and it's important with 21 CFR part 11. So without wasting your time, I will start with I will start with the introduction to regulatory affairs, so known as RA. Then will be the introduction, then overview of the worldwide regulatory affairs, how the drug develop, what is IND, NDA, how FDA approves clinical studies and pharmacovigilance and its importance. Now start with the regulatory affairs. What is regulatory affair? Regulatory affair is a professional within the healthcare industry, namely pharmaceutical, medical industry, biologics, and functional food. Their main role is to comply with safety and efficacy of the product as per the regulation laid by the government. So basically, they collect the data, analyze it, communicate the risk and benefit of the healthcare product to regulate the agency and public all over the world. In an organization, their prime responsibility involves preparation and presentation of registration document to regulatory agencies and carried out all the following discussion to obtain and maintain marketing authorization for the product concerned. They need a they need to keep a track on every changing laws in all the countries where the company is looking to market their product. They have major contribution in regulatory success, both commercial and scientifically. For company success, the question is why regulatory affair? For a new drug development, on average, it takes around 15 to 20 years for a drug to come into the market. So it costs around 800 to 900 million dollars. With such expensive and time consuming activity, companies cannot afford a single day delay in getting the product to market. They play a crucial role right from the beginning of product development to post-marketing authorization. An early correction is product development can save the company lot of time and authorization with money. An RA profession is the first point of contact between the regulatory agency and the company. About the worldwide regulatory agencies, what are they? First is US FDA, which is based in US, and for that they are Food and Drug Administration is public health. They contain that this public health agency charged with protecting American consumers for taking adulterated drugs and medicines. Then comes to EMA for European Marketing Agency. The full form of EMA is European Marketing Agency. Their main responsibility is to protection and promotion of public and animal health through the evaluation and supervision of medicine for human and veterinary use. Now comes to Canada, known as healthcare. Healthcare is the federal department responsible for helping Canadians. For Australia, they use TGA. This is the Food and Drug Control Authority of Australia, approved from TGA, opens up to market of Australia as well as New Zealand. Then it comes to WHO, which is World Health Organization, is directing and coordinating authority for health within the United Nations system. Responsibility for providing leadership on global health matter, shaping of health research agenda, setting norms and standards, etc. Many countries follows the guideline provided by WHO. Food and Drug Control Authority India follows WHO guidelines. So WHA GMP certificate is required well and accepted in most of the countries across Asia, Africa and Latin America. Then comes to Brazil. For Brazil, the authority is Anvisa. It is the biggest second market in Latin America. Then comes to Russia. Russia, the market is CIS. The regulatory system and requirement agency procedure in the CIS vary widely from country to country. However, the major republics like Russian, Ukrainian and few other states have its own regulations, but some follows the EU system as far as registration and other quality aspects are concerned. Then comes to China. The name of Health Authority of China has been changed from SFDA to CFDA from March 2013, which deals with the drug, medical device, health food, cosmetic, etc. Then comes to Japan. For Japan, they use Ministry of Health, Labor and Welfare, known as MHLW. They have 11 main bureaus. Pharmaceutical administration in Japan is based on various laws and regulations. Then comes to ROW, which is rest of the world. Excluding USA, Canada, Europe, China, Australia as well as New Zealand. Excluding this, all other countries comes under the ROW. The overview of the drug development. Preclinical study. It is also known as non-clinical testing, which is conducted in animals. Before conducting the studies on human, there should be strong evidence available about the responsible safety of product for its use in human. This is the objective of conducting studies in animal. So they identify the lead, validate the target, proof of mechanism in animal model for establishing ADME, which is absorption, distribution, metabolism and elimination. Conduct all these studies as per 21 CFR Part 58, investigational new drug. The sponsor will file IND to FDA. IND is basically investigational new drug, should be submitted with permanent information that FDA feels necessary as per 21 CFR Part 312. 321, sorry. Should include investigational browser, investigational protocol, compound which actual contain chemistry, then manufacture and controls, pharmacology and toxicology information, previous human experience with the compound, cover page and TOC. TOC is table of content. Once submitting an IND, the sponsor must wait 30 days before starting with the clinical trials. Whether the FDA not approve or FDA approves IND within the period, FDA does not object within that period, trial may begin once the 30 days period over. So once you should wait for 30 days, but the prior once you submitted your IND to FDA, wait for 30 days. Before that, you must be prepared with your clinical protocol which you proposed to IRB. IRB is a committee of medical and ethical experts designed by the institution in which clinical trials will take place. So once the IRB satisfied with the proposed clinical protocol, the sponsor or investigator, irrespective of FDA's call, after those 30 days may begin with the clinical studies. In, in clinical studies, the first they basically used in human. So after the investigational new drug application is approved by FDA, this study, the investigational drug, will be administration to humans subjected for evaluation of its safety and efficacy by using ICH E6, which is good clinical practices. For clinical studies, there are three phases. Phase 1 study is conducted in relative small group in which inclusion of 20 to 100 healthy volunteers. It proposes to determine toxicology, metabolism, pharmacological action, and if possible, any early evidence of effectiveness. These studies are conducted for brief period of around 1 year or less than 1 year. Once you completed this study, goes to your drug development goes to phase 2. Phase 2 studies will be aimed at addressing the compound possible effectiveness against the target disease and condition and its safety in human at that dosing. For clinical studies, which includes in this phase, it includes hundreds of patients, moderate group of 200 to 400 patients suffering from the disease being studied. These studies will be aimed at determining the dosage for phase 3 studies, estimated potential studies endpoint. Then comes to phase 3. Phase 3 study is also known as pivotal trials. This study's endpoint for compound should meet the safety and efficacy specifications set forward by FDA to make it into the market. Once you finish with all this study, you must summarize all the data related to drug detail starting from animal studies, ingredients of drugs, which are the excipients, results of clinical trials, patient enroll for clinical studies, drug development, what are the labelings, pharmacokinetics, pharmacodynamics, bioavailability data, description of drug substance and drug product. Once you submitted your NDA, NDA must submit it to FDA along with PDUFA fees. On a PDUFA fees, determine whether an application is fillable. The FDA will screen the document to determine whether the application is complete. That will take time to review the application. FDA will notify the sponsor within 60 days of its refuse to file decision. There are three possibilities. 1. It meets the requirement and approves. Minor deficiency once fulfilled, then approved, or no approval letter, FDA has measured concern. NDA is completed. Now it comes post-marketing surveillance. After getting marketing approval, the pharmaceutical companies are not free from further regulatory requirements. All the procedure must be registered and inspected, filed. Various safety meets import-export requirements and CGMP, which is current good manufacturing practices. The changes having moderate potential to effect should be conveyed to FDA with letter along with changes before the implementation. Any change to approve NDA based on its identity, strength and quality potency must be notified to FDA. Annual reports are most important to convey the information about changes that are taken place during the calendar year about the marketing product. Comes to pharmacovigilance. Pharmacovigilance is also known as PV and drug safety. Pharmacological science related to collecting, detected, monitoring, assessment, preventing of adverse effect with pharmaceutical product, particularly long-term and short-term side effects of medicine. For this, it is science of collecting, evaluating the information from healthcare provider and patients on the adverse effect of medication, biological products, herbalize, and traditional medicine with identifying new information about hazards associated with medicine and preventing harm to patient. Pharmacovigilance is particularly concerned with the adverse drug reaction, which are officially described as a response to a drug which is nauseous or unintended, which is occur at doses normally used for diagnosis, therapy of disease, for modification of physiological function. Pharmacovigilance is to contribute to the protection of public health in regulation of safety, quality and efficacy of medicine for human use and to ensure the healthcare professional and patients have access to information about the safety and effective use of medicine. A current ADR reporting system involves a passive approach in which providers are encouraged to report adverse effects via email, telephone, or paper. There are two mainly objectives. First is primary objective and secondary objective. First is raise the awareness on the magnitude of drug safety problem and increase the rational and safety use of drugs. To compare the number of ADRs identified by this traditional passive method. To determine the significance of ADR, those were reported by patients but unknown to their provider. Identification of risk factor and possible mechanism underlying adverse reaction. Then the secondary objectives is to anticipate the various combination by which ADR can be caused, considering drug-drug interaction and drug-food interaction which may responsible for ADR. This pharmacovigilance has been essential to meet the challenges of increasing range and potency of medicine. Thank you for this. This is just an introductory part. By my next topic will be the regulatory system in Europe. If you like my video, please subscribe it and thank you for your time. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care.